Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and remain standing for tonight's national anthem. Lineups for Burlington United FC. Number 5, Omar Rahim. Number 7, Clayton Verdon. Number 8, Javier Lopez Dominguez.
Good evening,
Number
ladies and
10,
gentlemen,
Ethan
and welcome in to the broadcast booth. Brendan Sweeney with you here on the call here for some NPSL soccer.
Number 13,
the
Joseph
Bristol River
Hurley.
AFC plays host to
Number
Burlington
15,
United
Brendan
FC
Bristol.
here at Gene Malcolm Stadium in
Number
Bristol,
18, Ibrahim
Virginia.
Omar.
As these two teams are near the top of their conference table so far this year. Bristol Rhythm atop the table in first place, nationally ranked number 4. Through 3 matches this year, they've won all 3. They've scored 5 goals. They've allowed none so far this year, and they're looking to keep that trend going against Burlington United, a team that's won a pair of matches and drawn 1 out of their 5 matches played. 7 points so far this season from Burlington United. As we get the intros underway here from Gene Malcolm Stadium, we'll be right back momentarily with kickoff here in this matchup.
Number 7, joining us from Australia, Jack Newman. Number 9, last game's man of the match, all the way from Ghana, Patrick Entil. Number 11, in the running for the NPSL Player of the Month, from South Africa, Nathan Booth. All the way from Tusculum, number 14, Elliot Edwards. Playing out of ETSU, number 17, Hugo Martinez. Hailing from Austria, number 22, Lorenzo Klamler. And playing out of Gardner-Webb University, number 99, Davis Kendall. Rhythm Nation, let's hear it for him.
And welcome back as we are just about set. The teams give the knuckles to each other as we get set to go. Let's take a look at the starters for both of these teams. Burlington has their defense will be Omar Brahim, number 5, number 13, Joey Hurley, number 15, Brendan Chisholm, and number 22, Will Clark, also the captain for the team on the pitch today. In the midfield, it'll be Clayton Verdon, number 7, Abiel Lopez Dominguez, number 8, Ethan Lamb, number 10, and number 21, Jacob Cox. And then on the forward line, Evangelos Paparoupas, as well as Ibrahim Omar, number 11 and 18, respectively. For Bristol Rhythm, In goal, Noe Delmont, number 1. On the defense, Kojo James Baku, number 2. Number 7, Jack Newman. Number 17, Hugo Martinez. And number 22, Lorenzo Klemler. In the midfield, number 6, Jorge Gracia. Number 8, Kai Slynn, the captain. Number 11, Nathan Booth. And number 14, Elliot Edwards. And then up front, it's number 9, Patrick Enchel. And number 99, Davis Kendall. Those are your starting 11 for both of these two squads, as the coin flip has just taken place at the midfield stripe. Looks like Burlington wins the toss, as Kai Slynn and Will Clark shake hands as we're set to go. The officials have the ball, and they'll be bringing it to the center dot. The starting 11 photo taken by Austin Pantaleo. And the rhythm will be attacking on screen, going towards the left if you are looking from this full field camera view from the side. So Bristol going into the sun here in the first half. Again, Bristol Rhythm, a great start to the season. The only team in the NPSL across the board this year so far that has not allowed a goal. That has them ranked at number 4 across the NPSL to this point in the season. Again, early on, just 3 matches played so far, but it's been a blazing start for the Rhythm. Oh, here we go. The ball handed off. Bristol puts it down on the dot. Enchel will be the one to kick it into play. And there's the opening whistle, and we are underway here from Gene Malcolm Stadium, as Bristol will possess here on the back line as Baku goes back to Klemler, sends it long out in front of Enchel, and it will go into the goal box and be collected by the goalkeeper, Alexis Enriquez, in goal for Burlington United. And long ball sent into the midfield, deflected into the arm of the Burlington player in midfield, as that's Ethan Lamb, but no handball called, and he tries to find a attacker on the far wing, and it goes long and out. So after the Bristol throw, quickly Burlington takes it back. They play it ahead. Baku defends nicely, pokes it free for a moment, but it's recovered for Burlington by Ibrahim Omar. Through ball ahead, and he lost control of it, did Abiel Lopez Dominguez. Had it roll off his foot and beyond the end line for a goal kick. They play it short. Klemler throws it ahead for Enchel, and a foul called on the long ball by Klemler. He was hit, as he will play it back to the goalkeeper, Noe Delmont. Back to Klemler here on the near side for Bristol. He'll go long toward Enchel, and he tried to play it back for Kai Slynn, but it was too far out of his reach, as Burlington will go the other direction. Lamb going at Jorge Gracia, and it ends up getting by him into the box for Burlington. A ground cross toward the middle, opportunity, but a heavy touch, and it's cleared away by Baku. And a foul called. Actually, no, they're saying it was way back. A little bit of confusion here. It looks that they're calling Enchel offside on that clearance. Instead of it being a foul on Burlington, it was an offside, as the official says that ball had not stopped rolling before the free kick. And now we're finally back into play. So Burlington will play the possession game now, and now send it long immediately. Over the head of Baku. Omar goes ahead. Baku cuts that one out. Gracia back to Baku. And his pass ahead is taken away, picked off. And well played that time by Clayton Verdon as he will get it back to his defense. And that ball finds its way out of play off of the foot of Evangelos Paparoupas. And so Bristol will throw it in. Paparoupas, a player who has played for both High Point and Lenore Rhine in his collegiate career. One of the more accomplished players on this roster for Burlington. And the rhythm surveying go long again. But a ton of that as this is Nathan Booth. Drops it back to Baku. Now here's Booth. Going one-on-one at the defender Lamb, but instead will leave it for his teammate in the midfield and then go back to Clamler. Baku on the wing. Drops it off to Booth. Now a good flick pass into the middle. Kai Slynn on it now. Edge of the box, looking for a cross. Left-footed cross to the back post, and it hit the post. Oh, what an attempt there on the volley from the far side. And it went off the post and then right back off of the attacker Davis Kendall, who had a chance to score the first goal of the match and narrowly missed it. So the flying attempt, Kendall sends it off the post and then it ricochets back off him and out of play for a goal kick. Long goal kick sent back in, headed down by Bristol. It goes past Slynn, and now he'll flick this one with the heel, plays it over top. Kendall's got a chance here on the run. Going at the defender, shoulders him off, drops it back off to Slynn. Spins, now gives it back to the wing, crossed in and cleared by Burlington. Omar Brahim stands in front of that one, pokes it out. Rhythm throw into the box. Enchil on it, dumps it off. Booth takes a left-footed shot, kind of deflected off to the side, and it's off of Burlington for a Bristol Rhythm corner. Early stages of this one. 6th minute of action. Bristol with a corner kick, the first of the match. Back post, header, back into the other corner. And now here comes a left-footed hard cross through the box. Nobody there on the other end, and it goes out for a Burlington throw. That was a powerful cross attempt that time. Elliot Edwards, the one who was taking that corner kick and then sent the cross, a laser in front of the attacking Bristol Rhythm players. And some pinball happening over on the far side. Throw-ins getting cleared out by Bristol immediately. And it looks like that one actually deflected off of Burlington this time, so it'll be a Bristol throw. Thinking about throwing into the box again here, and it is into the box. Enchil, and a clearance. Nicely done by Ibrahim Omar as the ball's just kind of clattering around right now, and it's taken away. Omar will drop it off to his teammate Brahim, and he sends it long, but it's headed back forward by Bristol's defense. Nice work with the head again. Hugo Martinez playing nicely defensively right now. Great work by Gracia. Now a ball ahead to Booth. He tried to head it in front of himself, but he put too much on it. And it goes beyond the end line. It'll be a goal kick for Burlington United. But Bristol right now, after kind of a bit of a slow start, Burlington had the first couple of chances in their attacking third. It has been Bristol that stepped it up and had all of the opportunities here over the last couple of minutes. 8th minute of action from Gene Malcolm Stadium, as that one is flicked ahead and now cleared away by Baku back into the midfield. Elliot Edwards spins it around, goes the other direction. Nice work, gets past the defender Clark. Driving, tried to feed a pass through the line for Enschel, but it was directed straight to the keeper Enriquez. So another ball beyond midfield, and it does get past everyone this time. Martinez will clear it away. Lamb has it ramp up off his chest, and now he'll play it to the far side wing. Lamb, a hard shot forward. Baku steps in front of it. And now that ball will ricochet off of Booth for a Burlington United throw-in. Will Clark dumping back into the middle. Long ball ahead again, stepping in front and clearing it away is Jack Newman. Pass across, and it finds the foot of Nathan Booth, a Reinhardt University player on this Bristol Rhythm squad. The lone player from Reinhardt, several from Conference foe Milligan, a local program in the Elizabethton area. But Nathan Booth, as that ball is ahead for Enschel from Edwards, left-footed shot off the post, and it bounces in, back to the netting, and Bristol Rhythm in the 10th minute put up the first goal of the match. Enschel comes through, and it is 1-0 Bristol Rhythm. Goal number 2 of the season for Patrick Enschel. And Elliot Edwards gets credit for the assist, his first of the year, on a beautiful through ball for Enschel. And a great finish with the left foot for Bristol Rhythm AFC, 1-0. No chance for Enriquez that time. That's a harsh angle that he was trying to get to stop that shot. But the redirection off the post and into the twine makes it 1-0 as the ball is back in play for Burlington as they trail 1-0, and Bristol Rhythm continues to play ahead. 2 2-0 victories, 1 1-0 win for this Bristol Rhythm squad so far this year. Mint Hill FC in their first regular season matchup, a 2-0 win. That was on the road. Then back home here in their home opener against Statesville, 2-0 in that win before winning 1-0 their last time out against the Charlottetown Hops. So now it is Burlington trying to play a ball deep, but Delmont will clean it up and roll it back to his teammate Hugo Martinez. Back across the Clamler, and he goes ahead to Edwards. Tried to feed it back to his teammate, and Gracia gets it back to Edwards. Now Slynn turning, a lot of space, playing it, and a little bit of a miss-hit on that pass, but Kendall deals with it anyways. Keeps it through to the teammate again, now grounded in off of the defender, Burlington, and it'll be a corner kick from the far side coming up. So Edwards coming to the far flag for this corner kick attempt. Opportunity for Bristol to break it open early. Ball sent in. Header away by Burlington out of the box. It'll be Kai Slynn collecting it for Bristol. Left-footed ball by Martinez, far side, header back into the middle. Enchil knocks it down. Bit of a miss hit by Kendall. And now that shot from a falling Jorge Gracia is wide of the net, and it'll be a goal kick. Great chance there. Gracia had nobody in front of him and an opportunity with a fairly open net against Enriquez, but he slipped and fell on the shot attempt, and it went far to the right. Kendall steals it, drops it off. Enchil long shot from way outside, and it's well wide to the right. And ball back into play here. Good tackle, and now taken right back by Burlington. Nice play by Verdine to get to that one. And now Burlington trying to mount and attack the other way, but Bristol's got all the numbers here. This is 3-on-5 coming back. Fourth player coming back across from Burlington, but they can't get the pass to him. Will Clark will just turn this back around for his defense. Ethan Lamb chipped ahead. Baku gets his head on it and will clear it out of play for a throw. Jacob Cox to throw this one in. Going to try to get this into the box. Opportunity, basically a modified corner kick. We'll fire this in, and it's caught in the air by Delmott. That is the advantage you have with a tall goalkeeper like Noe Delmott. So Bristol now has sent all their players forward, and a ball ahead, put a little bit too much on that one for Booth. And it looked like he did keep it in play, though. Wow, that's impressive. I didn't think he had a chance to get to that one. And now he'll hustle back and try to take it from the Burlington player, but a foul is called on Elliot Edwards. And so it will be a Burlington free kick. So ball put back into play by Burlington. Heavy touch there from Clark. He is hit hard by Enchil, and official in the center going to come over to Enchil and let him know you got to take it easy. That was a heavy challenge. Will Clark's okay. Enchil immediately knew he was going to get talked to on that one. But Burlington's back on it here. Passing back and forth on the defense. He's trying to move this Bristol formation around a bit. They've not done a ton of that. It's just been basically get the ball and send it long. And that's what they'll do again here. They send it long. Hard tackle. They're going to call a foul. Looked like it was clean in contact with the ball from the defender there, but the foul is called. Maybe just a little bit reckless on the challenge that time. So Jack Newman going to be hit with the foul there near the corner flag, and this will be an opportunity for Burlington. It's a pretty much just a corner kick coming up here for Burlington FC.
Right by the screen forward, that reads 1-0.
So Burlington player back up as we get set to take this free kick. Lamb is the one on it, number 10 for Burlington United. He's also got a teammate with him there. And they're going to have to send a player forward and chipped toward the back post, and an attempt there by Jacob Cox, but couldn't quite get enough of his head on it to direct it on net, as it will find its way through and go out. And actually, it looks like it went off of a Bristol player after Cox touched it. They'll have another corner kick just from the opposite side this time. So Paparupas will send this next corner kick in with his left foot. An in-bending corner, header, and cleared away by Bristol. Baku heads it forward toward Enchil coming back. Now that pass goes back to Will Clark, and now Burlington forced to play it all the way back for Enriquez, who will then send it long back to the forwards. No call there. Dermott will send it long. And Enchil is offside. So this will be a Burlington free kick coming up. Burlington possessing the ball, trailing 1-0 as we are in the 19th, 20th now minute of this contest. Burlington has been showing that their goal is to just send the ball long and hope that their athletes up front can run the ball down, come away with a breakaway goal. As that one finds its way through, the defense can't keep it in front. Enchil turning around, trying to spin on the defender, dumps it back to his teammate, but a nice play in the midfield, smart play by Ibrahim. And now Enchil battling for it again, and a foul called on Enchil. So Burlington back on the ball here. The ball sent ahead. Stepping in front of it was Newman. They'll retain possession of the ball. Will Bristol as tic-tac-toe passing from the rhythm on defense and in the midfield. Gracia, number 6, going back and forth looking for pass from the defense, as that one's a switch of the field. Too much power on that one from Lorenzo Klamler. Nearly went up into the stands. So a Burlington throw. They get it to Will Clark. And Bristol caught napping slightly there. Now the ball here on the near side. Paparupas gives it up, and now it's back on his foot. Left-footed ball deep on the far side and too far and out of reach. So Ibrahim Omar could not track that one down. It was offside anyway. So offside and a free kick coming up for Bristol Rhythm. See if they'll play this long. I am not sure if they will or not. Hugo Martinez asking what the problem was. The official, he says, move the ball back a few feet. So it'll be Belmont to take this free kick, and he will boot it long toward Enchil. Header away by Burlington, now right back, and to and fro going on right now between these two sides with the headers. And a foul is called on Jacob Cox as Booth holds his right ankle. So a free kick coming up for Bristol Rhythm in a nice spot here. Still in the middle third of the pitch, but very close to the attacking third. So a chance to get maybe a couple of runners on net here for Bristol, and a ball possibly bent in here by Elliot Edwards. And he will bend this into the middle. Booth, a header flicked over top. Enschel will keep it in play. And he's onside. Back to Booth. He'll look in. Going one-on-one at the defender. Now we'll pass it back out to Edwards. Switching the field the other direction. Sent in toward net, but it's wide of the mark. As that attempt was by Jack Newman, the defender, who had come up into the attacking formation. Oh, and a turnover. Kendall takes it away. Tried to go one-on-one, but instead will feed it back. Newman tries to cross it. It's deflected and out for a corner kick. So Edwards again coming to the flag for this corner kick. And here comes the right-footed out-bending shot, and it's a header into the back of the net. And a goal for Jorge Gracia as he skies above the defense to head that one straight back into the net and double this lead. It's now 2-0 Bristol Rhythm. Well done by Gracia to leap up for that header. Elliot Edwards' second assist of the game, his second of the season. As Gracia with his first goal of the year coming through here in the 25th minute of this contest. And ball kicked back into play. As Burlington will possess the ball now. They are in a bit of a bind here. Down 2 goals already in this contest as we've just gone over the halfway mark in this first half. That one will deflect forward. This is Ibrahim Omar, and he tried to send a pass through the middle. It's stepped in front of by Martinez, and now a counterattack the other way coming for Bristol. Kendall going at the defense. And a big collision over there. Nothing, though. He says the ball was deflected. No, I guess the ball was not deflected. It looks like it's a goal kick. I'm a little confused there because I think if there's no contact with the ball by the defender, it should have been a foul. But instead, they call it a goal kick. But you'd think if there was contact, it most likely would have gone off of Burlington and beyond that end line for a corner kick. But that's not the call on the pitch, and we've got a goal kick as it's sent beyond the midfield stripe and headed forward by Bristol as Kendall will run this one down toward this touchline. And that one, I believe, is just going to be a throw in. I'm not sure if they called a foul or not. They did call a foul, so it is a free kick. Baku on the near side. Back to Klamler. Head to Edwards, who tried to flick a header forward. Now that does get to Edwards, who chips it ahead. Enschel. And Edwards, he's offside. Enschel was just offside on the little flick forward by Booth. So Bristol, a chance to get possibly a third goal there, goes by the wayside on the offside call. But 2-0 for this Bristol Rhythm squad. as they continue to have just an amazing start to this season. 5 wins combined in the last 3 seasons for this team, this Bristol Rhythm squad. And now already 3 of them here in this season, and they haven't allowed a goal yet. Out wide, Burlington. Pass ahead, nice defense. Well played by Clamler, and he'll give it back to Delmott, who will send it ahead. Slynn, a flick back to Gracia. And now that pass ahead by Baku cut off. But Gracia steps right in front, takes it right back. Slynn, good play there, gets it to Edwards. Looking for a target. Instead, he'll drive right by his defender, send a long laser from deep, and it's over the top of the crossbar. And a goal kick coming up, but a great attempt there by Edwards. He hit that one with some authority. And he took that shot from way outside. If he was looking for 3 points on the football field, he would have had them. That went right through the uprights, but looking for a different goal here in the game of soccer. As Gracia feeds it back out wide as Bristol working the triangle. Slynn in the midfield, turning it back toward the middle, will dump it back to Clamler. And good one-touch passing here from the Rhythm, and that long ball ahead goes away from the intended target, Edwards. And Burlington now will collect the ball. Will Clark ahead. Was he onside? He was onside on the far side. And an attempt near the net, not close. And a goal kick coming up. Clayton Verdine feeling maybe a little bit pressured, down 2-0 already, to try to make something happen. But that chance was well off the mark. Pass back across the pitch to Martinez. And now Clamler on the ball. Chipped out for Edwards. Now it's headed forward. Enchill got it past the keeper! And he sends it into the net again! Patrick Enchill, another goal, his second of the match. And it's his third of the season for the Bristol Rhythm, now leading this squad in goals scored on the campaign. How about that? 3-0 Rhythm. That's in the 31st minute of this contest. Yet another goal for this Bristol Rhythm FC squad, who now leads this game 3-0. And it's getting late early here for the Burlington United FC squad. Got to get something going. They just have not been able to stick with this Bristol attack so far. As Baku will head this one forward toward Booth, and it deflects off of him and beyond the touchline. A throw in immediately for Burlington here. Lamb spinning back to the middle, and a nice tackle made by Slynn. Deflects it away, and now that attempt to get it out to the wing was deflected by Burlington and regained by Burlington United. Oh, bad pass there. Stepping right in front of it is Kendall. Ahead for Enchill. Now Booth picks it up, goes right through the middle, and tried to get it back to Enchill across the grain. Clearance attempt goes right to the foot of Kendall. One-on-one at the defender. And a tackle in the box, and a clean one, but it goes off of Burlington last, and it will be a corner kick again for Bristol Rhythm. Omar Brahim Makes the tackle cleanly that time for Burlington, but again, off of him last. And Bristol's just put a ton of pressure on the defense for Burlington so far. And we've got another corner coming up for Edwards, looking for yet another assist. Headed away by Cox. Right back to the foot of Edwards near the corner flag. Tackle in the box. Nice job by Bristol to regain the possession. Kai Slynn spins back. Tic-tac-toe feed. Slynn. Muth now on the near side wing. Kendall into the middle. Flick header into the middle of the box. Popped in the air by Enriquez. Nobody in net. Ball still bouncing around in the box. Finally, it's cleared away by Burlington United as they just narrowly miss another goal for Bristol. The 34th minute of this first half. And a push in the back called on Edwards, I believe, as Burlington will have the free kick. Slynn on the ball. Driving ahead. We'll switch it back to the other side of the pitch where there's Booth. Booth, one-on-one at the defender. Centering pass, Gracia on a one-time shot off the defender. Rolls out beyond the touchline, just shy of the corner flag, and it will be a Bristol throw from there. So basically, this is just a corner kick, just coming off the hands of Baku. Long throw into the box, into the middle. Booth flicked back to Enchil, and he's taken down in the box. And a penalty is called by the official. We're going to have a penalty coming up, and a chance for Bristol to go up 4-0. Penalty committed in the 36th minute by Burlington United. So a huge penalty drawn by Bristol Rhythm, Patrick Enchil. And who will be taking this penalty? It is going to be Elliot Edwards with a chance to add to his impressive day statistically. 2 assists and a chance for his first goal today, second goal of the season, if he can put this penalty through. The shot in, it scores. Elliot Edwards puts it into the bottom right corner of the net, and it's a 4-0 Bristol Rhythm lead in the first half here against Burlington United. '37th minute penalty strike from Elliot Edwards. Got the bubble cannon going down below us. Bubbles floating up in the air after another goal scored by Bristol Rhythm AFC. As it is 4-0, and Burlington, they're going to have to get at least one here in this first half for them to feel like they've really got a chance in this match. Bristol has shown they can just put pressure on you continually, and that's exactly what's happened so far in this matchup. Ball out in front of Ibrahim Omar, and he deked out the defender Newman is going at Newman one-on-one, now trying to find a target, gets it to his teammate, left-footed shot by Paparupas, and it was deflected and knocked away, but Omar tries to send one back on net, and it was well high over the top of the cage, so a goal kick coming up. Hugo Martinez, and now this is Lorenzo Klemler. Back to Martinez, and a long ball out in front for Enchil, and it's beautifully done. Nice ball through. Kendall, one-on-one. Keeper makes a great save. Enriquez shuts down the angle by coming out to attack Kendall on that attempt and able to make the stop, but that was nearly a 5-0 Bristol Rhythm lead. What a stop by Enriquez, sticking out the right arm into the path of the ball as this is thrown back into the box. It gets beyond Enchil, but Kendall had that one kind of roll off his foot in a bit of a funky way, and it's collected by Enriquez and thrown back to Paparupas. Long ball out in front, up in the air off of the head of Newman, and now a bit of a misplay by Klamler as it goes to Ethan Lamb for Burlington. This is Verdine. Back to Lamb. Looking for a target in the box. Chips it. Header is just wide by Paparupas, and it will be a goal kick. Oh, 40th minute of the contest. Just over 5 minutes in this first half remaining, plus any sort of stoppage time. Played ahead to Verdine, and now here's Ibrahim Omar. Omar spins back around, looking for someone to pass to, gets it into the box. Lamb now turning around, has that poked away. Booth now able to poke it forward. Attack coming from Booth. Cuts it back inside. Nice cutback pass to Kai Slynn, who's able to retain possession. And now he is being wrestled off the ball, and it is a foul on Slynn. They call the foul on Kai Slynn on that one as he was dispossessed by Omar Brahim. And so it'll be a Burlington free kick with 4 minutes and change plus stoppage time. Gracia possessing the ball, playing it back for Klamler. And back to Martinez. Now they'll play it back for Delmott. And a bit of a mishit pass that time by Martinez, but Elliot Edwards saves the day, comes through and steals it from Paparupas, and now a clearance away by Delmott will result in a throw for Burlington United. Ball still here. Paparupas goes down. So a goal kick coming up as Paparupas could not keep possession of the ball as he went down to the turf. And Delmott will send his teammates long here as the clock continues to tick. 42-23 and counting upward here in the first half. Edward trying to go through the defender, and Edwards is taken down, and it's going to be a yellow card. It looks like Jacob Cox hit with the yellow. So Edwards taken down there by Cox, and it will be a free kick coming up for the Rhythm. Possibly a chance to pick up a 5th goal here in this game. "4-0 in the first half here against Burlington United. This Rhythm team has shown all year that they are stingy. They do not allow goals. They have not allowed one yet in this, their 4th contest of this campaign. Edwards, free kick bent into the box, backside header down to the near, or far post rather, and just wide of it for a goal kick. But a good chance. Gracia again getting his head on one. He already put one in off his noggin earlier in this game. That was the 2nd goal here in the first half, off of a corner kick from Elliot Edwards. Long ball beyond the midfield stripe, header up into the air by Martinez as Bristol incrementally moving it back toward the Burlington net. And Gracia hounding Verdine. Pass ahead for Kendall, keeps it in. Nice turn back inside. He dropped the defender, tried to take a left-footed shot, a little bit off balance, and he missed wide on the ground to the right side of the cage. Ball back in play, 44-45 on the clock. And out of play off of Burlington last. Clock continues to tick. Looks like we've got 3, not sure if he said 3 or 4, but the 4th official in front of the training table at midfield says either 3 or 4 minutes of stoppage time coming up. Delmont will play it on the edge of the box. Burlington bringing up their formation a bit. Picked up by Delmont. Long toward Enschel and a deflection up into the air. Enschel going after it again and a collision midair. And a foul called on Patrick Enschel. A little bit of a reckless challenge that time. I'm not sure. Already had this conversation with Enschel, did the official, about a reckless challenge earlier. Enschel, a native of the country of Ghana. Is a player at Tusculum University, Division II school out near Greenville. Long ball ahead, and it will be collected by Delmont as he comes out of his net to collect it on the edge of the box. Martinez will switch the field here towards Baku. And Baku gives it right back to Clamler and now has to go back for Delmont. But a high towering drive past the midfield stripe and a bit of a pinball that time as Elliot Edwards gets his foot on this one. And it's poked away by Will Clark. Jacob Cox to the far side of the pitch. And Verdine, a little bit of a heavy touch that time, and Bristol will take it right back. Pass ahead finds its way to Elliot Edwards, and great slick movement with the feet by Edwards. And now Booth has it. streaking up the pitch. Right foot shot way off the mark to the right side, and a goal kick coming up. Really impressive play there in the midfield by Elliot Edwards to receive the pass and then immediately make a nice move past the defender, as they had no shot to take the ball away. That's kind of been the case so far. Bristol's just kind of been a step ahead of Burlington in this matchup so far. Ball sent long beyond Lamb, but he is able to get his head to it. Back to Paparoupas. Slynn, and he's able to track it back down. Gives it for Martinez. And that'll do it for the first half, as Bristol Rhythm leads 4-0 over Burlington United here after one half of action from Gene Malcolm Stadium here in Bristol, Virginia. 45 more minutes plus stoppage time left to go in this one in the second half. Let's take a look at what's happened so far in this first half. It's been the Bristol Rhythm with their 4 goals. Their first one came in the 10th minute of action from Patrick Enchill on a beautiful left-footed shot while driving toward the left corner, and he hits it back to the far post and ricochets it in on the assist by Elliot Edwards, his first of the season. Second goal of the year for Enchill there, made it 1-0. Jorge Gracia then, a header off of a corner kick from Elliot Edwards in the 25th minute of this contest, made it 2-0. The second assist of the game for Elliot Edwards. 2-0 at that point. Patrick Enchill then scores his third goal of the season, second of tonight's match, in the 31st minute of the game to make it 3-0, before Elliot Edwards converts on a PK drawn by Patrick Enchill in the box in the 37th minute. It's Edwards' second goal of the year, and it came on that penalty kick. So 4-0 the lead for Bristol Rhythm. It has been a dominant display so far as they look for their 4th straight shutout to start the season. We'll be back with you here for the second half in just about 15 minutes. Once again, Bristol Rhythm AFC leading 4-0 over Burlington United. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the broadcast booth. We have got a dandy of a soccer game for Bristol Rhythm AFC here tonight. 4 goals scored in the first half of this contest against Burlington United. What a great start to this second home match of the year for Bristol Rhythm, who have already scored 2 times their highest goal output of the year in a game to this point against Burlington, a team that's, again, not far down the table. This is a team that's got 7 points in 5 matches with 2 wins and a draw to their name so far. So this is a dominant display for a team in Bristol that has shown they can be dominant all year long, especially on the defensive side, but their offense has had a coming out party here this evening. Second half action just about set to get underway here from Gene Malcolm Stadium at Virginia High in Bristol. So this will be Ethan Lamb to send it back into play. Official making sure everyone's ready. And there's the whistle, and we're back underway here from Gene Malcolm Stadium as a long ball ahead by Burlington to get things started is headed back forward by Bristol, and now a ball through ahead for Kendall. Opportunity here. 3-on-3, Kendall cuts back, left-footed shot off the defender and wide of the net for a corner. But boy, was that a great opportunity for Bristol right off the bat here in the second half. 46th minute, immediate chance for the Rhythm to extend this lead. So Elliot Edwards will be at the flag here for this corner kick.
Yeah, the bubble is completely unreliable because I have it
sent in, knocked down, Enchil able to play it back to Edwards. Now a hard shot, near side post. What a stop by Enriquez. He just got enough of it to keep it from going past the end line and into the net as his throw out to Paparupas is taken away by Slynn. And Bristol right back on it. Gracia from Baku, and now a pass ahead for Enchil, who is harassed and taken down, and a foul is called. And that's on Jacob Cox again. He was the only player warned in the first half of this contest with a yellow card, so he's got to be a little careful here.
Brandon.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, lots of hands there on that tackle, grabbing up on the shoulder, and I think then had his foot stepped on, did Enchil. So a free kick from a fairly good spot here for Bristol. They've had a nice game so far in these opportunities, getting great chances at net from free kicks. As Slynn will take this one. Short. And they tried to send a ball through for Kendall, who was running toward net on the far side of the pitch, but it was taken away by the defender. So now Bristol will turn it back to their keeper. And Martinez ahead to Gracia. Now that's taken away. Clark out into space. Ibrahim Omar had that one knocked out by Martinez for a throw-in.
No, I always, because I took a class, like in college.
So change in net for Bristol Rhythm here in the second half as they give a chance to Florian Quast as that one's taken away. Enchil tried to feed Booth, but the one defender was able to step in the way. Enchil takes him down on the run, and that's going to be a yellow card for Enchil. That was a very reckless challenge. Ran right through the Burlington player. I believe that's Brendan Chisholm.
Yeah, that's what the FFA wants you to do.
Yeah. Level, because that's up on a hill. I'm like, I don't have that plausible deniability, so I was like, I'm not doing that again.
Yeah.
I was like, I got you the one shot that you need.
Well, what's funny is that the guy that
Long
taught
ball
me,
past
he is the
midfield,
producer
and
of
it's
the
deflected
show
forward
Moonshiners.
to
So
Martinez,
he
who will
literally is like,
send it deep
his entire job is filming
ahead
something
for
that's illegal.
Davis Kendall. Header
so he was
forward,
like,
Kendall
yeah,
trying
you
to
know,
stay on it, but it's
maybe don't
knocked
listen to
away
me,
by
because
Omar
I was like,
Brahim.
hey,
And now
I'm not
a
licensed
high
yet, but I
towering
wanna do
ball that
drone
is headed
footage
down
for
lands
Bucks
on the foot of
And
Booth,
he
but
was
he
like,
had it
well,
taken away.
if nobody catches you.
And now
I was like,
a
thanks.
steal by Booth as he harassed
'Cause he said, he
Cox.
was like, "I've
But now
never
his
heard from
attempt
the
back to the
FAA."
middle is
Never.
knocked away again, and
like,
Burlington's
unless
back
you,
on the
like, run
ball.
into a commercial
This is Will
airliner,
Clark, and he'll
like,
play it
like,
ahead.
I really don't think.
Lamb trying to drive past Newman, and he is able to keep possession. Lamb now drops it off for Clark.
I got it like right before I graduated.
And a helicopter
so then, like,
tackle there. Gracia and Kendall run into Lamb, so he draws the foul. And a free kick coming up for Burlington from a decent spot. And this is really one of the few chances that we've seen for this Burlington team in this game. A free kick from a chance to get a run to the net. And here it comes from Lamb. Bicycle attempt that time. And it is collected by Quast, and he throws it forward for Booth. And that was a good idea. He found Booth in stride. Driving ahead, Enschel is way offside. Is Kendall offside? No! The ball is saved, though, as Enriquez comes out and knocks the ball away from Kendall before he could get a shot off. And now Burlington's got to go the other way with the ball. But the pass forward is cut out by Gracia. And it's back under supervision of Bristol.
No, I had to read all the like maps and everything, the sectional charts. That was awful. It was horrible.
Booth finding Enschel, went right through and out for a goal kick.
And like
Boy, was that close. If Enschel could have just deflected it in any way toward net, that would have been the 5th goal, and Enschel would have had a hat trick.
No, it was like.
We're still studying on my way to take the test.
Yeah. All I did is I found like practice tests.
That's what I did too.
Yep.
A goal kick put back into play as Cox will drive it toward Lamb. It's headed up into the air. And now Bristol's back on the ball. Newman ahead. He's taken down. A foul is called. And we're going to have a yellow card shown again. And I believe that's a substitute into the game for Burlington. Number 16, Diego Bustamante,
I know. I was like,
is hit with the yellow card.
A ton of mine were like, what do you do if you're kind of drunk?
So a free kick coming up. Kai Slynn on the ball here. Toward Gracia, header toward net, saved by Enriquez. He'll jump on it, and it will be collected and thrown back out by Burlington. But Slynn stands right in the way as Abiel Lopez Dominguez could not keep the ball. And Bristol right back on it. This has been the story of the match. It's been continuous possession by Bristol Rhythm as a foul is called on Burlington here as Elliot Edwards draws that foul and will have a free kick coming up again for Bristol. Long shot by Edwards, deflected into the box and now cleared away by Burlington. And they're saying it went off of a Bristol player on the way out. So it's going to be a Burlington throw-in. Lamb, heel flick off of the foot of Clamler. And so Burlington gets another throw in. Lamb is dispossessed by Nathan Booth, and he feeds it to Kendall here on the near side, and he'll turn it back as a sliding attempt by Bustamante. He knocks it out of play. And another Bristol throw coming up here. Martinez into the middle for Gracia. Ahead to Edwards. Good turn by Edwards that time. He'll dish it back to Gracia, and now back for Edwards. And the triangle played with Clamler. Cuts it back for Gracia. He'll play it back to Florian Quast. Out in front, it's played by Newman. Good strength, tried to cross it, had it deflect off of the defender. Ibrahim Omar clears it on beyond the end line, and a corner kick is coming up. Ground cross on that corner kick gets through, and somehow Enriquez saw it, and he will fire it out into space. Baku, though, steps in front, and now Baku will run toward the corner from Slynn. Passed into the middle, back on net, save, and chill, another save. Oh my, what a stop by Alexis Enriquez. Twice in the net, making the stops, keeping Bristol at 4 goals, and that's a foul. Going to be called on Nathan Booth, and he is hit with a yellow card as well on that play. Boy, what a turn of events there for Burlington. 2 beautiful chances at a goal for Bristol Rhythm, but 2 unbelievable stops by Alexis Enriquez in net. And now a foul on Bristol in a dangerous spot for Burlington, a chance for them to finally break onto this scoreboard. Again, it would be the first goal allowed by Bristol all year if they were to come through and put one on the board here. Ball crossed in over the head of Lamb and headed away by Bristol. Now here's Kai Slynn driving out in space, looking for a target. Boots it into the middle. It's Baku on his horse. Gets to the ball. Takes the shot, and he misses wide and high on the right side. So a great chance there for Bristol, but a substitute coming on now for Bristol Rhythm. After that attempt by James Kojo Baku. Konstantin Barlas is the new man onto the pitch for Bristol Rhythm FC. As Burlington takes the ball back the other direction. Booted out in front. Quast, though, comes out to the edge of the box, plays it for Baku. Nice job by Quast. Here's Gracia ahead to Edwards. Nice play by Edwards to stave off the defender. Into space, Booth sprinting, Enriquez sliding on top of the ball, able to collect it. Alexis Enriquez, a smart play. He's had a good start to this second half. 59th minute of the game now as the clock continues to roll. 4 goals the lead for Bristol Rhythm, as this is obviously going to be a tough hill to climb for Burlington, but This would be the time right now to get something going as Quast comes out, punches it out of play. Smart play there by Florian. He came forward and just got it out of there. Cross attempt coming. Nobody on the other end, though, for Burlington. It will roll out for a Bristol throw. Gracia hounded quickly. Good ball by Newman ahead. Barlas into the middle. Edwards across for Booth and had it go off of the defender. Sean Jacobs for Burlington. Ball back into Gracia. He'll switch the field. And Barlas was offside, so it'll be a free kick coming up. Brendan Chisholm rolls the ball back to his teammate as a whistle and substitutes coming on for both sides. Abiel Lopez Dominguez out for Burlington, and Nathan Booth comes to the bench for Bristol Rhythm. Good minutes from him in this one. Have those changes for you as soon as we see their numbers. Long for Martinez, but now Quast will pick this one up. Looks like Lucas Schofield is the new man in, number 19. Played at Georgia Southwestern State. From the UK, as this ball is passed back to Barlas. Newman shot, saved by Enriquez again at the near post. Second time Newman's tried to find that spot there, low at the near post, but Enriquez has been up to the task on both of those tries. Been a good second half, like I said earlier, for Enriquez. And a foul called on Burlington as new player into the game, Schofield, taken down. Looks like it was taken down by number 9, Daniel Kubrinski. Into the box, deflected just wide of the net, and it's a goal kick. It was an onside play, but Newman could not quite direct it on to the frame. Stolen away again by Bristol. Barlas. Back to Gracia. Now he'll play it out into space for Newman. And that goes off of... They're saying it went off of Bristol. I believe they did. I believe they did say it went off of Bristol. Also, cramping in the middle is Elliot Edwards. And I think they're having some issue right now with somebody on the other side. Looks like number 12. I don't specifically have on my roster here. And they're calling for the trainer here. It looks like cramping to me. It's Edwards was asking for help from someone to help him stretch out his leg. Yeah, definitely just cramping for Edwards. But number 12 for Burlington, I think came to help and then walked away. I'm not sure. Edwards maybe took some offense to that. There was some little gentle pushes and shoves coming from Bristol players towards number 12. But in the end, cooler heads prevail, and walking off the pitch is Edwards. He'll be replaced here by Grayson Hammond. Grayson Hammond, a Tennessee native, plays at Milligan University. Big part of their national tournament efforts this last year. It's a program that's a very good one. They've been in the national tournament the last 5 seasons. As a foul is called on Hammond here. So a Burlington free kick coming up, 65th minute of this contest. I think right now Bristol just kind of nursing this lead as that ball is well off the mark. Was trying to find Sean Jacobs with that one, but the pass was not near the mark. So we have Baku throw in. And headed toward the goal box where Enriquez will play it with his feet. That is Omar Brahim back across to Cox. Jacobs forward. Paparupas back to Brahim. Brendan Chisholm. And a deflection off of Chisholm. So Bristol will throw this one in. Newman is on the ball. He'll fire it forward toward Kendall, who poked it from Brahim for a moment, but now Brahim is the one to collect it. Newman ahead to Slynn, and Slynn tried to send a back heel pass to Barless, but had it deflected and knocked away, as now Bristol is in charge of it at the defensive end. Florian Quast, a bit of a mishit there, taken away, and on into the box. Hammond harassing Will Clark on it now. Paparupas shot way off the mark, wide to the right. Goal kick coming up. Substitution for Bristol Rhythm. I'll let you know who this is coming into the game momentarily. Daniel Martino Heda is in for Bristol. That ball went off of Burlington on a deflection. So a throw-in coming up for Bristol. Again, up 4-0. Still have not allowed a goal on the season. Hammond tried to send a header over to his teammate Newman, but it was picked off. Burlington coming the other way now. Clark lets it go through, but will regather it. Chisholm chipped forward, and Martinez will play it back for Barless in the middle. Schofield back to Clamler. And that pass was just a little bit wayward and goes out of play for a Burlington throw. Clark being harassed by Kendall. Chisholm had it taken away, and now he gets right back on it, and we'll switch the field to Cox. Paparupas looking around and does pass it forward right to Lamb. Lots of space to dribble into for Caleb Lamb. And now that's into the corner, but too strong for the run there. So no chance to get to that one for Burlington. Florian is sending everyone forward. Enriquez gives it to Brahim. Jacob Cox going long. Martinez there for the header. And here goes Lamb. Ojeda trying to track him down. Good slide tackle. A clean one by Martinez. What a play. Barlas grabbed by the jersey, but he will keep possession of the ball, and he will try to switch to the field, but he didn't have enough power on that to get it to Baku. And now pass ahead. Martinez again, right in the passing lane. Knocks it down, gets it back for the rhythm. Hammond. Slynn back to Martinez, and he'll just play it right back for Florian Kvast. Martinez ahead. Grayson Hammond, Martinez. And now back to Kvast. This right now, Bristol just a team trying to kill the clock with the 71st minute now up on the clock. Barlas slows it down, feeds it back toward the middle. Chipped ahead by Ojeda and could not keep it in. Newman unable to keep it in play. So a throw-in coming from Chisholm deep in his own end. Substitute coming on for Burlington here. I believe Chisholm is the player coming off. So the new player on, that's number 24 coming into the game. Leo Vasconcelos is into this one. Jacobs on the far side for Burlington. Pass ahead, but cut off by Klamler. Kai Slynn. Back to Martinez. He'll drive this one long towards Schofield. It's headed out and onto the Burlington bench by Jacobs. Bristol throws it back in quickly. And they will just reset their formation by sending it back to Kvast. Again, Florian Kvast, the goalkeeper here in just the second half, as Noé Delmotte had a good first half, didn't give up a goal. And then in the second half, they give the chance to Kvast to come in and play for 45 minutes as Enriquez has no choice but to just try to play this one out. It'll be a throw-in, as Vasconcelos just barely was able to get to the ball before it went beyond the end line and play it out to the brick wall for a throw-in. In toward the net, knocked away by Enriquez again. What a stop. Enriquez determined to keep Bristol from scoring in this half, but this is Barlas in the box. It's clean tackle, says the official. So the tackle, a clean one. Burlington going the other way. And he slips down. So a foul called there on Bristol. There didn't look like there was any sort of contact there, but they called a foul on the rhythm. And so now going the other way, Burlington with a chance to maybe get something going, but no, again, a turnover here. And Quast, as it deflected, Martinez turns it back toward net, and Bristol just trying to stave off these attempts here by Burlington. It's good play there by Bristol to get through that pressure, find the open man. Here's Newman in space, feeding it ahead with his left foot for Martin Ojeda. Across, shot with the left foot off the post and back into play. Baku comes up to collect it. What a shot from Schofield. He drilled it off the post with his left foot. And out of play off of Bristol for a throw-in for Burlington. And they'll get it back in play immediately. 76th minute of the contest. We are getting into the waning minutes of this one. A 4-goal advantage for Bristol Rhythm. All 4 goals coming in the first half of this contest. If you've just stopped in here in the second half, goals in the 10th minute, 25th minute, 31st minute, and 37th minute from Bristol have given them a 4-0 advantage. Martinez back to Newman on the near side. Slynn back toward Klamler. Now this is Baku. Back for Kai Slynn, and now a pass into space. There's no one there, though, for it. Coming the other way, Burlington. A chance. Shot. Save by Florian Quast. All played ahead. Out for a throw. Bristol's back on it. Kendall back to Hammond. He'll have a chance to switch the field here for Newman, and well controlled there. Barlas now. Through to Newman. Nice ball there. Finds the gap across, and too much power on that cross from Newman as it spun its way through the box and beyond the touchline on the far side of the field. Burlington throw coming up. Header forward by Baku. Ojeda! Oh, it's Ojeda putting it in. What a finish. Able to find a way to keep the ball through the defense. And he finds a way to poke it through with his right toe. And Kendall given credit for the assist that time. How about that? Daniel Martin Ojeda able to just poke it through past Enriquez. He had no shot, no chance for him that close. Martin Ojeda comes through. That is the first goal of the year for him. It makes it 5-0 Bristol Rhythm here in the 78th minute. So first assist of the year for Kendall on that goal as well. What a game this has been for Bristol. Back home, and they put up a 5 spot as they have matched their season goal scored total here in just this game. Now, a plus 10 goal differential on the season with the 5 tonight. chance here for Burlington. Shot blocked. Quast will go track it down, and he will fall on top of it. Ojeda heads it toward the middle of the field as it is poked forward by Burlington off of that play. Now a steal. Hammond poked it away. It's recovered by Newman. Sent ahead. Davis Kendall on his horse. Tracks it down near the corner. Turns it back in toward Ojeda. And now Kendall back on the ball. Dumped off to Hammond. Left-footed ball out into no man's land near the flag. And it goes out for a throw. Pair of substitutes coming on for Bristol Rhythm here late. Lorenzo Klamler coming to the bench. He'll be replaced, as well as Davis Kendall. Marco Latanzi is in up front. He'll put a header on net immediately. He gets in, takes one shot immediately, the header into the hands of Enriquez. Brahim back to Enriquez, who'll just give this one to Jacob Cox. 5-0 Rhythm. 81st minute of the contest as we tick closer to the conclusion of this one, and yet another amazing win for this Bristol team. Latanzi's got it, sends it ahead. Schofield on the far wing, driving past the defender. Ground cross. Ojeda! Oh my! What a stop, Enriquez! Wow, what a save! Full extension. Able to keep it just off the line. My, oh my. Enriquez has been tested on several occasions here in this one. And sure, he's given up 5 goals, but he's also made probably 5 or 6 really good stops. As that one finds its way beyond the end line, and we've got a goal kick for Burlington as they just look completely spent. And a player down in the box for Burlington. Game it's been for Alexis Enriquez. Sure, his goal prevention numbers maybe don't look the greatest, but he has just faced an onslaught this game. And to come up with some of the saves that he has made in this game, it takes some serious talent. Bristol going forward with the ball again here as that's poked away, and now Burlington gets it back. Out beyond Martinez as Quast will use his foot to collect it and now picks it up. 84th minute of the contest. We are getting close to the end of this one. 5-0 now for Bristol Rhythm as Marco Latanzi running underneath this one from Quast, and it's deflected. I'm not sure if that one is going to be a corner kick or a goal kick. It is a goal kick. It looks like it just went off the foot of Latanzi a little bit to the side that time as he was contacted at the same time as his swing with his foot. So a goal kick. That was some impressive distance from Florian Quast that time. Paparupas and a tackle by Martin Ojeda. Poked forward by Jacob. Schofield knocked it away momentarily. Now Jacob Cox turning around, steps on the ball, goes down. A foul called, though, on Schofield. Not sure about that one. Looked like Cox just stepped a little bit funky on the ball that time. But the official just trying to keep this game in order. Brahim, long ball ahead. Header down by Martinez, but now Burlington still on the ball. A shot. Kvast knocks it down, makes the save. That was a pretty decent shot for the angle that it came from. Kind of a difficult one to take a shot from. And that's a player that we don't have his name on our roster page. Number 12 for Burlington. Number 12 typically is Omar Brahim, but he's wearing number 5 in this match, and so that's definitely changed up some of the numbers on their roster page. Up for a Bristol throw, as we are just a few minutes away from the conclusion of yet another Bristol Rhythm win. Be their 4th of the year. They'll be 4-0-0 on the campaign. Only question is, are they going to be able to hold on to the shutout? And right now, it looks like probably so, as Burlington just has not been able to put anything together on offense in regards to meaningful chances. So Quast sends it beyond midfield, and that somehow found its way beyond the defenders, but a foul is called on Marco Latanzi for a push in the back. So push in the back by Latanzi, and Burlington back on the ball here in the 87th minute. Long ball by Brahim just kind of sent it right at Quast, who played it with his foot. Quast picks it up. Gonna try and send this one as far as he can. It's another well hit ball by Quast as Latanzi tried to play it back to Slynn, but it was cut off. That is Owen Smith, number 17, one of the substitutes here in the second half that came through for that one. And a foul called on Baku. So a foul given, and it'll be Burlington with a free kick from the corner on the far side. Chance here for Burlington to break up the shutout. It'll be the 89th minute when they take this free kick. Hard shot off the post and in play. Boy, that was close. That nearly found its way through. Ball is. Oh, and they give a yellow card to Latanzi. Latanzi is completely confused. And to be honest with you, I don't blame Latanzi for being a little bit incensed with that call. And that's a yellow card, too, that he's given, a caution to Latanzi for upending the defender. But really, I think that was kind of reckless on the defender's part to leap into the air like that over the top of Latanzi. Latanzi had position, but Latanzi gets hit with the foul and the yellow card. So still tending to the injured player, as that is number 24, Leo Vasconcelos, who is down on the ground. As he leapt in the air trying to play that ball. He's kind of out of control on the leap and just clipped Latanzi as Latanzi was trying to turn around and go up the field as the ball got past Vasconcelos. And it created a little bit of a collision as Vasconcelos was upended and landed hard on the ground. So a free kick coming up, Vasconcelos will take it. Header away by Bristol, and now Latanzi onto the ball. Gets it to Barlas, and now Latanzi sprinting with speed, trying to get to Clark, but he can't quite do it. Clark turns it around and gives it to his teammate. Long ball toward the box. Quast comes out, plays it away to Kai Slin. And now pass back to Florian. Long ball by Quast toward Daniel Martino Ojeda. And he'll let this one go off of Burlington. It'll be just a short stoppage time, 2 or 3 minutes. Quast smokes it. Clark, the benefactor of that redirection. Paparoupas has it taken away by Barlas. Barlas is taken down. And now Quast. Long drive. Yet again. Latanzi lets that one go. Probably smart. On a yellow card. Don't want to pick up that second yellow. Baku. Back to Quast. 5-0 the score. As we near the end of this one, Schofield going forward. Chance to find another foot here. Schofield taken down on the edge of the box. No call from the referee. Enriquez skies this one away and onto the Burlington bench. Rhythm throw. But first, a check from the main official with the fourth official on the sideline. They're having a conversation of some kind. Not sure what that was about. Ball thrown back in by Bristol. Martinez sends a pass ahead. It's cut off by Vasconcelos. Now a nice tackle by Hammond, but it's taken right back. A little bit of pinball that time. Cleared through, and Quast will let it roll into the box where he will pick this one up. Head referee looking to the sideline. Barlas back. Chipped ahead. Latanzi called for a foul again. He's got to feel a little bit chapped. He's been called for some Some tough ones. But it doesn't really matter. It's a 5-0 lead for Bristol as Burlington possesses, but it's now taken by Barless, and now he gave it right back. Smith dumped off. Shot attempt blocked. It's out of play. A corner kick coming up for Burlington. And I'd be willing to guess that this may be the final play we see in this game is this corner kick. Bent toward the back post. Up into the air. Barless. Nothing there. Baku sends a through ball on the ground. Ahead for Schofield. Shot towards Enriquez, but it's wide. It's out. A goal kick coming. Checking his watch is our head referee. He says 2 minutes left in stoppage time. So not quite there yet. Thrown in by Jacobs. Chance here for Burlington, and a miss hit there as it goes right to Burlington, or to Bristol rather, as Hammond has it here. Out in front of Ojeda, and a clearance made by Burlington. Thrown back to Martinez. He'll send this one long. I think he was trying to go to Schofield with that one, but it goes all the way through. Enriquez picks it up, and the final whistle has been blown by our head referee as the Bristol Rhythm have won 5-0 over Burlington United FC here at Gene Malcolm Stadium. It is win number 4 of the campaign for Bristol. And on the other side, for Burlington, they have now fallen to 2-1-3 on the year. So they stay at 7 points on the campaign. Bristol with the win, up to 12 points, now in sole possession of that top spot over 865 Alliance. As Bristol Rhythm's goals, let's go over how we got to this final score of 5-0 for Bristol here in this one. It was Patrick Enchill, his second goal of the year in the 10th minute on an assist from Elliot Edwards. That made it 1-0. Then it was Jorge Gracia, a header on a corner kick assist by Elliot Edwards, the second assist of the day for Edwards. First goal of the year for Gracia makes it 2-0. Patrick Enchill in the 31st minute makes it 3-0 on a goal, all on his own on a long ball that pinballed off a defender. And then Elliot Edwards on a PK in the 37th minute that was drawn by Patrick Enchill, made it 4-0. Those 4 goals scored in the first half, and then finally in the end, in the 78th minute of the contest in the second half, it was Daniel Martin Ojeda scoring on an assist by Davis Kendall. Both their firsts. First goal and first assist of the season for those two players. And that made it 5-0. And that is the end of tonight's contest. Yet again, your final 5-0 Bristol Rhythm FC. And we've got another home game coming up very soon, June the 10th. For Bristol Rhythm, they are looking forward to being back here at Gene Malcolm Stadium, looking for a 5th victory of the campaign. Once again, this has been Brendan Sweeney with you on the call here of Bristol Rhythm AFC Soccer. Thank you so much for watching. 5-0, the final score.